The Los Angeles Lakers might have the most dedicated and loyal fan base, not just in the NBA, but in the entire sports world. And they have built and earned this fan base for many reasons. For starters, they're in Los Angeles. They are tied with the Celtics for the most championships in the NBA at 17 apiece. Many of the top 10 greatest players of all time in the NBA have at one time played for the Lakers in their career. In the top 10, you have LeBron, Magic, Kareem, Shaq, Wilt, Kobe. Not in any order, but you have 6 of the top 10 greatest players ever have put on a Laker uniform at some point in their career. They have had for sure their fair share of stars suit up for the purple and gold. And after their championship run in 2020, they have been fighting to get back to the finals to capitalize and take the lead over the Celtics all time. And after the huge trades to end last season's deadline, they were able to put together a pretty solid roster that got them to the conference finals. And at one point, they were even questioned to make the play-in game for the majority of the year. And now they have added some new pieces and are looking to get back to the conference finals or NBA finals and start off the year a lot better than they did last year. LeBron has about 1 or 2 years left of being dominant, top 10-ish kind of player. And the Lakers need to utilize that because he is a big part of the reason why they won the last one. And the whole goal and reason for bringing him in was to win championship. And you're not going to get a player like LeBron that just comes around all the time. He's a once-in-a-lifetime player. But outside of LeBron, there's a few more things they need to go right, and that is what this video is for. Even with LeBron playing at a great level and the roster they have brought in, there are still a few key things that they need to get done and accomplished, and hopefully they can get to the points that they need to get to before the playoffs come around. But before I break down what exactly they need to do and accomplish, if you can make sure to stay for the entire video so you have a complete understanding of what I'm saying, what I'm trying to get across, the key points, and it helps my channel grow and get out to more viewers, more Lakers fans that want to see more Lakers content, for NBA fans who just like the game of basketball. It helps people see that, so I would appreciate it if you could watch the entire video. But enough time wasted, let's get right into it right now. Let's go. Now, to start off the bat with probably the biggest key, not the only, but probably the biggest key to the Lakers season is Anthony Davis. If Anthony Davis is able to play at an MVP level and compete for Defensive Player of the Year, the Lakers are probably, without any other factors, a top 1 to 3 seed in the Western Conference. A stacked Western Conference. And I think they're a top 3 contender in my book as well if he plays at that level. That's if the team stays healthy and can fit. Other factors will determine the contender. But I think with AD just playing at an elite level, they're at worst a 3 seed in the West. When he is in the right headspace and he's playing to his full potential and aggressive, he's a top 5 talent in the league, and that's not anything new. People have been saying that for years, but people's frustrations with him come when he doesn't really play that hard or looks out of it, or this game he's good, next game he's bad, then he's good for 2 more games, and 2 games he's bad. He's very inconsistent at times, and that frustrates Laker fans and basketball fans in general because we see how special of a talent that he is. The only issue in his game is motor. That is it. If you give him half the motor that Giannis has, he's a top 3 player in the league with the talent that he has. Name one other player in the league that has no weaknesses in their game. Not one. I'm talking about both sides of the ball. He has an argument to be called the best defender in the league, the best shot blocker in the league, and can do everything offensive. Handle, shoot off the dribble, catch and shoot. His 3-pointers are hit and miss, but he has the ability to stretch the floor, play out of the post, pick and roll, lob threat, run the break. There is nothing he cannot do on the basketball court, and there's not many guys you can say that about. We saw in 2020 how determined and motivated he was to get to the championship, get his first ring, and you saw from the beginning of the playoffs to the end how great he could be when his head was in the right space and he had that drive, that passion, and that motor to get it done. He is more skilled than Giannis, but what gives Giannis the edge is Giannis's motor and mentality is unlike any other in the NBA, and that makes him what he is and drives him and makes him special. AD does not have that. He is one of the most talented players in the NBA, especially at his position, but like I said, his motor is just not there, and that inconsistency is bad for the Lakers because how they usually can depend on him, sometimes they can't, and it throws off everyone else when he's just kind of out there just floating around. Now, the whole season does not rely on AD's shoulders, like I said. And I say Anthony Davis is the biggest key because LeBron is not the player that he was 3-4 years ago, where if his second option didn't play well, his third option didn't play well, he could take over a series and win that series by himself. He could take over multiple games, a season by himself. He might be able to do that for a game here and there, regular season, everyone's not playing well, let me go get 40 or 50. He can do that every once in a while, a game here and there, but he is not carrying a team to win at the level he once did and Anthony Davis is the one that should be doing the carrying, with LeBron helping, being the second scoring option, primary ball handler, more of a point guard role. But instead, LeBron has to take over the scoring and dominate and try to play like it's 2018 all over again, and that's not who he is and who he wants to be. He wants to be a second option. At worst, Anthony Davis has to be a 1A, 1B with LeBron. If they want to be a great team and contending, he has to be the clear best player on the lake, with LeBron being second, or like I said, at worst, a 1A, 1B, where they're both kind of playing at a very good level. But that leads to my next point, which is about the GOAT, LeBron James. Don't hate on me for that, but he is the GOAT. LeBron for a while now has been trying to pass the keys to Anthony Davis and give him the torch and the reins of the team. And right now it's like AD gets the keys some games, and then some games LeBron has to take him back because AD is not doing anything and he has to take over for a week or so. LeBron wants to take a back seat and be the second option at this point in his career. That was the whole point of bringing Westbrook in, because they do the same things. LeBron could chill and save himself for the playoffs and stuff like that. Obviously the Westbrook situation did not work out, but that was the whole point, is because he's trying to put less on his body, less miles on him throughout the season, so come playoff time, he's ready to go. He's a second scoring option. He'll still get you 23 to 25 this season, I believe. He'll be the main primary ball handler, still have the highest usage rate on the team probably, but it will be more of a point guard role than I'm going to go get 28, 10, and 9 every single game, and we have to get 50 to 55 wins in the season based all on me. That's not who he is and who he wants to be anymore. No one's questioning how great he will be, and if he is forced to be the best player on the team again, how great he will be. But his biggest problem for the last couple of years has been little knick-knack injuries that add up, and he's starting to take longer to recover due to age, and he can't really control that. So his biggest key is staying healthy. LeBron seems to get injured towards the middle post all-star break kind of time, and that's the worst time to get injured, because that is when you need to build up momentum to get into the first round of the playoffs, hopefully not playing for them, but first round of the playoffs, and to build that momentum at the end of the year so they can carry it down into the final. He will get his usual numbers of 25, 7, and 7, and that is more than the Lakers need out of him specifically, I believe. He'll be playing more of a point guard role and facilitating, and with the help of Austin Reeves evolving and becoming the player he is, that will take some pressure off of LeBron as well. Austin Reeves has already become a Lakers legend and is a favorite in the eyes of the NBA right now. He is the definition of starting from the bottom in the NBA and has relentlessly worked his way up to becoming a third option on a contending NBA team, which a crazy story. He also earned himself a huge contract, which is much deserved, and that is great for him. Austin is great for the Lakers. Like I just said, he takes some of the point guard responsibility off of LeBron, and then it allows D'Lo as well to become more of a scorer, which that is what he is. He's not really a traditional point guard. D'Lo's a scoring point guard, if you want to say, and it allows LeBron to play off the ball, play in the post, even be the roll man and roll, hit it to AD in the dunker spot. It allows LeBron to play the game differently with less pressure on him, and he proved himself to be a solid scorer at times. You know, there are some times where he can go get you 20 when AD and LeBron may be the heavily focused on that night. Reeves might be able to take over the offense and lead him in scoring for a game or two. He has proven that he can step up and take that role when he is asked and needed to. He's not going to make them champions by himself, but if he can play solid as that third role, third guy, third scoring option, and continue off what he did last year, that is exactly what they need. Let's say worst case scenario, he is the same player he was last year. He doesn't get any better, doesn't get any worse. He's the same player he was last year. The Lakers are still contenders because the way he played last year was very good. And we know that's not going to be the case because he has already improved and is improving a lot every year. You can see he's one of the better players on Team USA and is putting his name on the map with some of the better all-star players on Team USA, and he's proving himself on that level. His development has been great to see, not just for Lakers fans, but for NBA fans as well, because this kid has been in the media for what, 3 years now, 2-3 years now, and it's crazy to see the memes and stuff and actually evolve into the guy and player that he is now. It's crazy to see. Speaking of role players, that is a huge key, not just to Lakers teams, but to LeBron James ran teams as well. Role players are the biggest key to any LeBron James team. Any team, because of the attention and pressure that LeBron James teams get. Players who are usually good in their role in other teams and other cities and stuff like that go to a LeBron team and play absolutely terrible, and it's not LeBron's fault. He gets them great looks, he's a great leader, and encourages those around him to play their game and be confident in themselves, and he trusts his teammates. Whether you're the 3rd man to the 15th man, he trusts and gives his guys opportunity. Those who embrace it and play well and are not backing down from the moment, their careers take off, or they have some of the best years of their career. But some of it is too much, and you can see some guys play terrible with him and then go somewhere else and become all-stars, most improved player candidates, and all this other stuff, because they're out of the attention of LeBron, Miami, Cleveland, wherever he is. They're out of that attention in that crazy media world that comes with being with LeBron. Last year's Lakers team got the perfect guys to join them at the deadline, and I don't think it could have gone any better for them in terms of trade. Rui was big to sign back because he was arguably their 3rd best player in the playoffs last year and showed up most games. Vanderbilt was great at certain times. He didn't play much in the Golden State series, I think it was, he didn't play much in, but when he did play and when he was needed and his skills were utilized, he did play well. One key loss I will say is Schroeder. He brought a different aspect to the team. There's not many guys that you can see guard Steph Curry well. Schroeder is probably a top 3 or 4 defender on Steph Curry. You can go watch clips and highlights. He picks him up full court, physical, grabbing jerseys, on him off screen. He guards Steph and chases him very well, and not many guys are willing to take the challenge and do well at it at the same time. You can go watch that Golden State versus Lakers series. He was following and hounding Steph everywhere he went, and he has that dog mentality that, you know, not many guys in the league have. He's not going to back down. He's going to go up in a fight even if he knows he's going to lose. He has that mentality that, okay, let's go in there and let's handle our business no matter how we have to do. But I believe Vincent is his replacement, and Vincent is obviously a very good player. He showed himself this year with the Heat, earned himself a good contract, so I think that is about as good as a replacement as you can get for Schroeder, maybe even better than Schroeder individually. But for what the Lakers were missing and needed, Schroeder was perfect for that team last year. If the role players they have signed can play to their normal level, not anything even above the normal level, just what they are before they came to the Lakers, they are in very good hands. Nobody's expecting them to play like all-stars or make all-NBA teams. Nobody's asking that. Whatever your role is with the team, just excel at that. 3-point shooting, defense, rim protection, running the floor, whatever you are specialized in, focus on that. And if you can do, everyone can do their job, they are okay. And with the confidence that the team, that the guys they already have there have now, what they can add with these new guys coming in, with the confidence they have on the foundation they have now built with Ham, with kind of how the team's going, the way AD is trying to take the lead with the team. Now bringing these new guys, they should be able to gel a little bit quicker because they have foundation. They're not changing the entire roster from year to year. They have their main group of guys back besides Schroeder. All they need to do now is just get accustomed to playing with LeBron under Ham's system, being in their new role, more minutes, less minutes, more shots, less shots. Now I'm a defender. The guys have to get used to their new roles. Some guys step up, some guys take a step back. Guys have to gel off the court, things like that. Once they get all that together, they are going to be very good. Some other role players I forgot to mention, they got Jackson Hayes, Cam Reddish, Taurean Prince. With the addition of those guys, if they can play at the level that they were before they got to the Lakers are easily up there with the Nuggets. I'm not going to say they're over the Nuggets, but if they can play the way they are supposed to, and LeBron stay healthy, and AD and all these things go well, they are a number 2 seed in the West and number 2 in terms of contending, I believe. And with all the new role players they have, the faster they gain chemistry, the faster they get to gel and they get the ball rolling, the better they will be for longer, as opposed to they gel and get chemistry in February, March. There's a whole new system, whole new guys. There's a lot people have to learn how they are off the court, on the court, in the locker room. A lot of things have to go into account. Are they good locker room guys, good morale guys? Will they accept their role? Will they expect a DNP coach's decision one night and play 25 minutes the next night, get 15 shots this night, get 2 shots the next night? Is there any egos? There's a lot that goes into the chemistry of a team, as opposed to, okay, I'm the 5th option, I'm fine with that. No, there's a lot more that goes into it. You have to be okay with the inconsistencies. More shots this night. This team plays zone, so you'll be open. This team plays man, you're not going to be open. You might not play that much. There's a lot that goes into the team and team building and team bonding, more than just what we see as fans. And the last key thing that the Lakers need to build is momentum. If they can stay healthy and accomplish the other things that I mentioned in this video, they should have the ball rolling, January, February, February at the latest, but December, January, get the ball rolling, get the momentum, carry that into the playoffs, hopefully be able to rest LeBron and AD going into the playoffs a little bit. We see how strong momentum is. Miami was an 8 seed, almost lost the play-in game to the Bulls, and then make the NBA Finals, beating the number 1 seed, the number 2 seed, and the Knicks, almost sweeping the conference finals. And with Miami doing what they did, who's to say that the Lakers can't do the same thing? Build that momentum, hopefully not as late as Miami did, but build the momentum and use that going into the playoffs playoffs and play even better than they are capable of playing due to the momentum that they have built up. This has probably been a longer video, so I'm gonna be done talking for now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about the Lakers, what they could accomplish, any keys that I possibly have missed as well. Let me know in the comments. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. If you could, please drop a like and subscribe. Check out my other videos. I have a video right here as always. Check that out. I have playlists somewhere else on the screen. You can check that out as well. Thank you guys for making it if you made it this far. Again, peace.